Justin, Matt said that you have input on the offense and on the game plan and just broadly, philosophically with the offense. Have you spoken up this week about wanting more of an opportunity to throw?
No, I haven't. I mean, I have a say into what pass plays I like, what concepts I like, but in terms of when we're going to call a play, how many passes, how many runs we're going to call a play, that's Luke's job, and everybody in the building knows that Luke knows what he's doing. So we've put full trust in him, and knowing that he's going to put us in the best position to win.
When there are 11 passes in a game, do you look at that as a vote of no confidence in you or lack of confidence?
No, I don't think so. I mean, our run game did a great job on Sunday, so not at all.
As a competitor, how do you weigh the fact, like you said after the game, that you'd want to throw more if it were up to you, with, like you said, the fact that
just selflessness. Knowing that if these are the plays that he thinks that are going to win us the game, then I'm all with it. Like I said about Darnell on Sunday, if he caught 0 passes and we won the game, he wouldn't have any problem. If I threw 0 passes and we won the game, I wouldn't have any problems. Our goal as a team, as an offense, is to win games. So nobody's looking at how many passes did I have, how many yards did I have. We're just all trying to win the game.
On the topic of Darnell, on the deep shot you took to him in the second half, when you went back and looked at it, what prevented that from clicking?
Yeah, so just the type of post he ran. So that particular post, he was supposed to run a keeper corner post to where he takes an inside stem and lose a little bit to sell it like it's a keeper. And then, he can also take that angle out of the post flatter, especially when there's nobody over there. So, the coach did a great job making him a nice cut up. So he got, a lot of looks at that. So should be good on those plays now.
With all you guys are working through this week, how aware are you of trying to get him involved just so that he can kind of get unlocked a little bit and then maybe build some momentum?
He's going to get involved for sure. But again, we're not looking at individual stats. We're just trying to, come together as 11 and, put as many points up on the board.
Justin, have you come to appreciate the margin for error being so small at this level on a throw like that, on the deep shot to Darnell Mooney where it didn't quite sync up? And is that margin for error does it become even smaller when you only have 11 opportunities to throw the ball?
Yeah, for sure. And on that play, we both could have did stuff differently to, help that percentage, help that completion. So, it's just learning from, how he ran that route, how I come out of the pocket and stuff like that. So, the next time we run that play, hopefully we hit it.
What are you expecting to see from the Texans defense? And it's probably pretty familiar with that you go against in practice.
Yeah, for sure. Their defense and our defense, kind of come from the same, family branch. So a lot of the same stuff. They play hard. I don't think they have, one, like, so to say, what everybody would explain, like even our team, like a star player on the team. But I'll give them credit. They play hard. They play fast. They play, similar to us. So it's going to be a hard fight all game.
You said that if you threw 0 passes and the Bears won, you wouldn't complain, and if Darnell caught 0 passes and you won, you wouldn't complain.
Mm-hmm.
But when that happens in a loss, and you're looking for ways to improve your team,
Yeah.
that has to hit differently, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, that's not our job. Like I continue to say, like my job isn't to call pass plays. My job, isn't to making sure Darnell has 5 catches this game. That's not my job. My job is to get the play and run the play to the best of my ability.
Your job, though, is to develop and grow as a quarterback. Do you feel like it's hard to do that when you don't get that much of an opportunity to throw?
Yeah, maybe, but my number one priority in my job is to run the plays like I'm, taught to, and to execute them at, the best of my ability, and, ultimately win games. So if our offensive coordinator thinks that, the plays that he's giving me are going to help us win the game, that's all I care about.
Are you guys expecting opponents to potentially start putting a few more defenders in the box to slow down your run game, which has been productive?
I'm sorry?
Are you expecting defenses to put another guy in the box to try to slow down the run game, which has been obviously productive?
I mean, yeah, I think, if Demo keeps running the ball like this, the defense is going to have to do something to stop the run game, and, ultimately that's going to open up the play action pass and stuff like that. So, the more we can run the ball, the more efficiently we can run the ball, that's going to open everything else up.
Justin, what do you individually want to prove on Sunday in responding from last Sunday's game?
Yeah, I think we had a good start last Sunday, but, just sustaining that start and just, playing like that, 4 quarters. So, starting fast and being able to sustain it for 4 quarters.
You said you're not, having input in how many runs or how many passes there are. But if you broach the subject about like, hey, maybe we can get some more play actions involved, get me out of the pocket, broaching those like maybe schematic tweaks, even though it's only been a couple weeks.
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, like, these guys have been in the league for I don't know how long. Like, they know what they're doing. So, like, none of it's going to work, if I don't trust them, if the players ourselves, if we don't trust the coaches. So, we trust the coaches. We trust they know what they're doing, and we just go out there and play.
When you have a game that's not as productive as you want it to be, like on Sunday, what's your approach on Monday and Tuesday to make sure you're addressing the mistakes but not letting it linger and kind of carry over?
Yeah, I was mad after the game, and I mean, I like to address this now to get everything cleared up. But there was a thing that I said on Sunday after the game where I said, the fans don't put in work, and when I was, first off, I was frustrated after the game. So, number one, I didn't want to come and talk to you guys. I wasn't in the mood to come and talk to you guys. So, I should have did a better job explaining what I meant by that. But what I meant by that was I'm talking about work, regarding the game on Sunday, winning the game. I don't know any fans. I don't know what they're doing in their personal lives. And I respect every fan that we have. I'm, glad that we have fans. So, I would never disrespect, anybody on what they do or what they love to do. And, that was, it came off like that. And, of course, some social media outlets, they, quoted my quote and, they got a big buzz out of it. So, of course, they did a great job doing that. And, of course, social media is going to do that. But, yeah, I just wanted to clear that up right now. And, now back to the question. I'm sorry. I just want to clear that up.
The question was, what do you do Monday and Tuesday to make sure you're addressing the mistakes but not letting it linger?
Yeah, so Monday, we kind of just, come in and watch film and, kind of learn from the mistakes. And, you're still, not in the best mood, but towards the end of Monday, you start to, get back on your feet. And me, personally, I'm going to wake up. Like today, I woke up at 5:40, so I'm waking up early, like changing up my whole routine because, like, I just hate the feeling of losing. Like, Sunday it hit different. So, like, it hit different than all the losses last year. It's just like when we come in and put in so much work, like, from the morning to the afternoon, and, when I see my teammates on Thursday, Friday, when I see them, getting happy to go home early to put their little girl to bed, like, stuff like that. So it's just like all that stuff we do to prepare for the game on Sunday, and we come out with the loss, it just sucks. So just, trying to change up my routine a little bit, trying to, just get in as much work as possible, just knowing, that I can't do anything more to prepare, for this game mentally and, also physically.
Justin, how did you become aware of the backlash to that really small comment you made posted?
Oh, I mean, I was getting tagged and, a bunch of stuff on social media. So, the fans definitely let me know for sure. But, again, I didn't mean it to, come off like that. But, of course, Barstool or whatever, tried to make it seem like I did. So, they did a good job doing that. And, of course, there were people that, that bought into it. But, hey, just clearing that up.
What kind of adjustment is that for you, and just realizing that there's going to be some extraneous stuff in your role here that comes to your doorstep when you probably don't want it to?
Yeah, I talked to my dad about it, and, I mean, as long as I'm going to be in this position, there's always going to be stuff like that pops up. So just knowing that, as long as I'm in this profession, that it's really never going to go away. So I just got to either be really, clear to, everything that I say, be really descriptive of what I really mean, or just really not say anything at all.
What about that loss? Made it a loss that was worse than others?
Well, at first it was, the Packers, and then it was just like, I don't know, just the emotional investment that you put in, every day, just everything. It just sucks losing. And I mean, I've never, liked losing. So even as a little kid, my dad used to be playing me in basketball, playing me in basketball in the backyard. I used to like cry when I lost. So it's just like, I don't like losing at all. Like it just doesn't sit right, with me.
What time do you usually wake up?
I would usually wake up around 6:45, 7 o'clock, but I'm waking up like 5:45, 6 o'clock, like an hour earlier this week for sure.
Anything else you're doing that's just different?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just looking at stuff. I have more time, during the day, so just being able to study more, being able to look at our stuff more, and I think that's gonna, just those little tidbits of being able to process stuff more and being able to take in more stuff is just going to allow me to be better prepared for Sunday.
What's the one thing that bugged you the most when you watched the film of the game?
Just the little mistakes that we had, false starts, and really it was just not finding really a rhythm. We would have good plays and being second and 20, and then Demo would bust out for the 20, 30-yard run and explosive run. So kind of just getting in that rhythm, putting everything together, and making sure we make the least amount of mistakes as possible.
We talked about the connection you had with Mooney, but also Komet. What do you guys need to do to get Komet to be a part of your passing offense?
Just dial up plays for him, and in the passing game, you're gonna need a few things for everything to go right. First, you're gonna need protection, and then second, you're gonna need, for me, is timing, footwork, making sure I'm on schedule, accurate, and making sure I'm getting the ball out of my hand, and just at the end of the day, when I throw the ball, the receivers, helping me out, catching the ball. Every ball is not gonna be perfect. They know that. So them just making plays also, and then us, just executing as a team.
Do you think it's a learning curve even for you off the field to kind of figure out how much of your personality you want to show, how much vocal you want to be as a leader of this team, but also knowing it comes with all of this other stuff? Like, are you learning that in this second year of your career?
Yeah, I think I am. Just kind of, testing the waters a little bit, but, I want to show you guys more personality. I don't want to be a robot up here. So at the same time, I just have to, be more descriptive on my words and, really just describe on what I'm trying to say rather than, I could be up here and be like, yes, we're going to do this and that, and like just be a robot. But I, try to show my personality to the world, try to show my personality to you guys to, show that I am a real person. And yes, I do make mistakes. But so just, finding the, a good balance.